Hey YouTube family, this is Shylisa and welcome to Perfectly Parker. So in this video, I want to talk about one of my favorite things about Parker's autism. And I get asked about it a lot, and it's often where most of my funny stories come from with Parker, and it's echolalia. So for those of you who aren't familiar with what echolalia is, it's the repetition of single words or phrases. There are two types. It's immediate, which is the immediate repetition of words or phrases. And a really good example of this is in our kiddie pool garden. I said, in the beginning, I said, we're gonna make a garden out of a kiddie pool. Say hi, Parker. And she said, say hi, Parker. That's immediate echolalia. And you'll often hear this referred to as parrot talk. And then you have delayed echolalia, which is the repetition of words or phrases. It can be hours, weeks, months, and even years after they heard it. And Parker does a lot of this. It's kind of how I find out what's going on in school. She'll get in the car, so while most of your conversations with your children may be, what did you do at school today? And she say, Susie Joe got in trouble and got put in the corner and blah, blah, blah. Well, instead, I will listen to see how Parker's day went. So she'll get in the car and she won't immediately say anything, but if I keep listening, I'll hear stuff like, Parker, don't do that, or stay with me, or Susie Joe, don't hit. So what she just told me is Susie Joe got in trouble, so she had to be in a corner. Her teacher was basically telling her to stay with her today, and things like that. And she repeats it basically exactly how that person said it. So it's kind of neat to hear what's going on throughout the day, and I find myself listening really closely. She does a lot of it in play. I have a little baby monitor in her room, and I have it in my room, and so when I'm listening to her play, it's where I hear a lot of what's going on in school and what's being said, and so I kind of like it for that reason. And then she also does something called echolalia scripting, which is the recitation of longer passages, and this is usually from songs or movies. It's the same thing, it's just they're scripting. It's basically like following a script. And so she does a whole lot of this. And if you remember in one of my first videos, I talked about how she would sing and verbatim what I was saying, but she does a lot of this even to this day. She does a lot of singing as far as, for instance, in the morning, she doesn't like when I do her hair. She hates it. So a lot of times in the morning, I'll get the Please Don't Touch My Hair, which is a song by Solange. I get that a whole lot. I get Bruno Mars one day. She was in the bed. She really just didn't feel like getting up. I was saying, Parker, come on. So I got Bruno Mars' Lazy song, which is, Today I don't feel like doing anything. Sorry to your ears. I know I can't sing. So it's really fun to hear because you'll be surprised what she comes up with. And as far as if we're out and it's a book, maybe if she sees a train, she may say, a train, a train, a train. Would you want a train? And of course that's from Dr. Seuss. So she does a lot of this going on. And as she's getting older and we're doing lots of therapy, she is starting to phase out of it. She doesn't do it as much as she used to, but she does still do it often. So, is echolalia normal? Yes and no. All children exhibit some form of echolalia. All children. It's how they learn to speak. You may remember when your children are young, or if your child is young, they may repeat exactly what you're saying, and then they may even repeat it later on. A good example of this is I talk to my friend all the time on the phone, and she always tells her child, tell Auntie Shy hi, tell Auntie Shy hi, and hi Auntie Shy, hi Auntie Shy, until one day it just came naturally. It's just, hi Auntie Shy. So that's delayed echolalia because her mom had been telling her often to say it, and so now she's standing on her own. And this is normal. When it becomes abnormal is when they are only using this, and it's usually by 2 where you'll kind of start seeing it phase off. You shouldn't see it past 2. If you do, not as much, and it shouldn't be their only form of communication. Like for us, it was the only way Parker would communicate. It's via song or via Dr. Seuss or Llama Llama books. For instance, like when she was mad at me, she would do Llama Llama mad at mama. So that was a really big one. She's kind of stopped over time. Or when she was really upset, and you know, I'm telling her, calm down, Parker, it's okay, and she may say, Llama Llama, please don't fuss, have some fun and play with us. That is a line from Llama Llama. So she uses it a lot. I know a lot of parents, I'm not gonna say a lot of parents don't like it. I know a lot of parents personally who don't like it, but I actually love Parker's Echolalia. I love it because it's her way of expression. It lets me know how I'm saying things, because sometimes I don't think I'm saying things like that, but she reminds me how I'm saying things. I often tell her, no ma'am, no ma'am. And so when she's doing something, or I ask her a question and she doesn't want to do it, she'll go, no ma'am, and act like a stern voice. Or when we first got our dog, I was crate training, so I was trying to get her to go to the cage, and I would say, cage Roxy. Well, Parker took this, I think it's me punishing Roxy, so she would do, cage Roxy. And so I told my husband, am I saying it like that? And so I quickly modified what I was saying, like, go to bed, Roxy. So she didn't think I was punishing Roxy. And another reason why I like it is because I'm a big Transformers fan. Even before I had Parker, I love Transformers, and one of my favorite characters is Bumblebee. And Parker reminds me a lot of Bumblebee because he communicates via song, and I love that she communicates that way. He doesn't let it stop him, and Parker doesn't either. So I find that they have that in common. So, but Echolalia, not just in Parker, but other children with autism, it is a form of communication. It is a form of expression. And oftentimes, especially with immediate echolalia, it's a way for them to process what you said and for them to process what to say. It used to be thought that immediate echolalia was a sign of inattention or inability to learn, but they quickly found out that that's just not the case. It's just them trying to process what is going on. Now, I should say this. Just because your child is exhibiting echolalia does not mean they have autism. All children who exhibit some form of echolalia doesn't mean that they have autism. It's just very common with children with autism. So if you feel like your child is exhibiting these things, definitely take them in and get it checked out and go from there. But it doesn't necessarily, I don't want you to think that, oh, my child are exhibiting these things, so automatically think your child has autism. It's not the case. Her echolalia has gotten me into some awkward situations. I remember we were running late for therapy. I overslept and I got up and have a nasty habit. I've kind of scaled down of saying crap. I don't know. I just drop a pencil, crap. Bad habit. So that day I was spilling crap left and right. Crap. Just, oh crap. Everything was oh crap because I'm rushing, I'm trying to get things crap. And so she didn't say it then, but when we pulled up to her therapist and they were outside waiting, and he came out and he said, hi, Parker. And she said, oh, crap. That's a prime example of delayed echolalia right there. And I couldn't even say anything. I just said, okay, see you later. Bye. Because I'm pretty sure he knew exactly what happened. And one of my all-time favorites of Parker exhibiting her echolalia was in the beginning when she wasn't calling us mom and dad. Like, you can ask her, who is that? And she'll say mom, and you say, who is that? Who is dad? But she wouldn't say mom, dad. She wouldn't call us by our name until she did one day. So I like to pick with my husband because one of my favorite movies is Boomerang. One of the characters in there, Lady Eloise, played by Eartha Kitt, the main character, the name is Marcus, which is my husband's name, and she calls him and she'll say, Marcus, darling. And I know he doesn't like it, so I like to pick with him about it. So I was going around saying, Marcus, just non-stop picking with him, Marcus, darling, every day when I was saying, hey, Marcus. And she soon picked that up, and she was going around saying, Marcus, darling. And so that was pretty funny. Actually, we really didn't care because we were just happy she was calling somebody. So the ultimate goal, you do want them to phase out of this. You want them to start creating their own words and utterances, which they should be doing around 2-ish. Our ultimate goal is to phase her out of using echolalia and phase her out of repeating words verbatim. But and that is something that they're working on in speech. But is it my main priority? Am I just stressed about it? No, I'm not stressed about it. I have tons of other stuff to be worried about and stressed about. But it is definitely something that we're working on, and it's fun because as she gets older, we're starting to see her use her own words and utterances and the way they should be used. So that's pretty exciting. Last month was her birthday, and we got her something that she really liked. So when she opened it, she said, no way. And so that was really fun because she had never, it used to be when she was super excited, she would say, happy birthday, no matter if it was a birthday or not. If she was excited, you get the happy birthday song, because to her, that was very exciting. Whenever she saw birthday parties, that they were having fun, they were excited. So whenever she was having fun or she was excited, she would do, happy birthday, everyone, happy birthday. And so that was pretty funny, because her papa kept asking one day when they came into town, she was excited to see her, Mimi and Papa, and so she was running around singing, happy birthday, and he kept saying, whose birthday is it? So that's pretty fun, because sometimes people don't get it, but I hope after watching this video you do get it. So if you hear that, or if you run into me and Parker and you see her saying things, repeating them, or even if you watch our other video with the kiddie pool, now you know that's what it is. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.